Perfect. Cool. Thank you so much. So I'm just going to get started. So hi everyone. You probably haven't seen my face before in any meetings that you have, but I am Jess. I am the co-project manager of this IWD Global Techathon, and really excited to be meeting all of you and having you all a part of this exciting event. We at Teens and AI, this is one of our most exciting events because we get to meet so many of you, and all the events that take place are just so exciting watching them come to life. And it takes a lot of work to get to where you are, to get to that final hackathon. But seeing all your hackathons come into life is always one of our favorite as the project managers. And I know Sharol, our marketing manager, is here. She gets to see all the social media side of your projects coming into life. So it's always just such a privilege. And we are really excited to have you all here with us for this journey. Can you put me to the next slide? Perfect. So just a little bit of an overview into the event, kind of what to expect, the roadmap that's ahead of you, what the path that lies ahead for your journey on the IWD Techathon. So of course, this is just the welcome session. I think you've had the welcome session already, if I'm not mistaken. And then these are the briefing sessions. The briefing sessions are every 2 weeks that we will check in with you, and it's very much just a checkpoint for us to update you, see where you are, if there are any sort of blockers that you're experiencing, if you're running into any troubles. That is a time for us to check in with all of you and see how it's going. It's also a really great space because you're meeting with people who are going through exactly the same thing that you're doing. They're planning a hackathon in their city, you're doing one in yours, so it gives you that opportunity to just connect and see where you can support each other. Then, of course, after that, so once you're pretty much in the throes of your planning hackathon, you will be doing, Techathon, you'll be joining us for Inspiration Week. So Inspiration Week is a really exciting week-long event where we have various speakers coming on to pretty much just inspire. That's what it is. So they inspire our young people. We get some incredible people. Last year, we had a lot of talks on gender equality. So this year, we'll be doing a lot of talks on inclusivity, which I think is really important in the tech space. Then we will have the most exciting event of it all, which are the local techathons. So we'll have those over 2 weekends, and I believe we have a few events throughout that will be taking place. So really looking forward to those. Following that, we will have our virtual panel. So this is almost like a debate where we get a few people onto a call to discuss the IWD theme. So this year, the IWD theme is, what was it? Inspire Inclusion?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. Inspire Inclusion. So we will discuss that theme. Then we will have the virtual judging. So this will be where your winning teams all get put towards the pool to decide which teams go forward onto the final global demo day. And then, of course, our final global demo day, which is where we announce the overall winners. Really, really exciting stuff. So that is just a very brief overview of the timelines. I'm sure all of you are aware with that timeline, but just as a reminder. Then as a little bit more background, so we have run this event now for quite a few years. If I'm not mistaken, it's around 8 years, where we have various hackathons, techathons taking place across the world. The goal of it is very much at its base to just inspire young people. We don't want young people going into a future where they don't think tech is for them. And the goal is to get them excited and believe that they can do tech no matter what their background. So, of course, keeping in line with that, just with our commitment to inspiring teenagers who may not ever get this opportunity elsewhere, we, of course, have the program free for state school students, and we welcome all genders. But again, with that, we will always welcome more female or non-binary participants. And of course, the reason for that is because it is such a previously, I'm not quite sure the wording, but women are disadvantaged within the spaces, and non-binary people are disadvantaged within that space. So making that more accessible to them. I'm not too sure if there's anything I should go into detail on this slide, and Sika, if you could let me know.
No, I think that'll be all, since we have had, the info session already. So everyone is quite aware of the slide over here. So I think I'll take over from Jess. Thank you so much. So as Jess mentioned, she will be the co-project manager. We'll be working quite closely together. You'll see her on Discord as well. I'm sure you have already seen Sarisha, our other project manager. And we also have our digital marketing manager, Sharol, who's also going to be supporting you throughout the campaign with SOMI and anything related to public-facing collateral. All right. So you would have seen last week on Discord that I posted the first to-dos on your weekly to-dos for the project planning. Sorry, I forgot the word. So last week was week 1. And for week 1, what we wanted for you was to really ease into your role and just do a lot of brainstorming. So some of this brainstorming includes, who do you want in your planning team? So we did create a list for you to assist you with that. So one of those roles would have been, who's going to be assisting you with your mentor outreach? This person will find the mentors. They're going to be answering questions that mentors will be asking. They'll be sending the calendar invites and holding briefing sessions. Now, on the note of briefing sessions, we do have a pre-recorded briefing session video for you, for your mentors, but we also do advise that you have a briefing session hosted for them so that you can also give them details which are specific to your Techathon. And then you also want to find someone who'll be responsible for your teen outreach and your judges outreach. And I'm sorry, I do want to add a little bit of a disclaimer. Of course, teachers won't have to search for students because they already have the line of students at their academic institutions. But this is relevant for those who will be hosting as companies or in their individual capacity. And again, all these roles can be assigned to one person. We're not saying that you need a specific person for mentor outreach, teens and judges. It can be one person on your team. It just depends how many members of your volunteering team you would like to have. And then, of course, you would have also brainstormed who you'd like to be the lead project manager, probably yourself, the ambassador. And you'd also want to, I think I also added marketing lead here, right? There was also marketing lead, not too relevant at this point. And I also just want to add, as much as we're adding these weekly to-dos and you're thinking to yourself, oh, well, I didn't see that on the playbook. Please don't worry. As we mentioned in the info session, the playbook is constantly being updated. So if there's a specific resource that we mentioned that you might need and it's not there at the moment, it will definitely be there. I just want to see, Diego said the support video for mentors isn't playing. Okay, not to worry. Sorry about that. We'll have that sorted as soon as possible. I think in the weeklies of when you're supposed to start your outreach campaign, I think it's around 4th week. But of course, we are also headed towards the festive season. So do allow yourself some grace. Yes, it's a great way it's great to start looking for your mentors and judges now via LinkedIn. But you might also just expect a lower response due to the festive season. And for that reason, we've actually moved our local Techathons 2 weeks later, and they're starting on International Women's Day, so that you have the time to find all your key stakeholders for your local Techathon. Okay, then on our next slide, this is just a reminder. We have invited all the local ambassadors and co-ambassadors to Discord, but not everyone has sent through their signed agreements. Please note, it's really, really important that you do so that you can have access to the playbook as well. And some ambassadors are also still looking for their co-ambassadors, or they've found them, but they have not shared their details. It would be amazing if you could share these details with us so that those co-ambassadors can also be added to our mailing lists and they won't be missing any information. And on the note of co-ambassadors as well, I'd also like to add, when signing the agreements, it's not just you, the ambassador, who's going to be signing it. Your co-ambassador is also signing that agreement. I also received quite a few responses because you saw how long that agreement is, that many people have missed our page 9. So what page 9 was of the agreement, it is just a criminal self-disclosure. And we've incorporated this part this year because last year we had a different system. I think we also mentioned this in the info session. That was the character references. This was quite, so I'm just going to add this person. It was quite a tedious process. So we've decided to just have the criminal disclosure added to the agreement. And that's for over 18s, of course, to sign, just to say, hey, I don't have any crimes in my past. I can work with kids. That's what it's for. It's for safeguarding. And you'll also notice in your weeklies that we will also have a risk assessment included. This risk assessment would be for your venue, and we will also have a safeguarding form. I think that's what it's called, Jess? Something like that. And that would be specific to your teams.
Safeguarding policies.
Yes. Thank you, Sarisha. And it's all just to protect the teens that are going to be participating. Okay, so now we are in week 2. You would have seen on Discord that I have sent your project planners, or as we also refer to it, the master doc. I do apologize for sending it today. I did have a change of heart yesterday that I decided to change something in the master doc. So of course it took a lot of time having to copy that. But yes, the master doc is where you'll be planning your Techathon. This is where you'll have the details of your teams, your mentors, your judges. You'll have your social media plan, your social media engagement plan when you get to that stage. And when you need help, so when we just go onto your master doc and we see, okay, maybe you're struggling with mentors or you're struggling with teens, we will support you with that. A lot of the resources and okay, sorry, just saw a notification. A lot of the resources are all coming from our side, even the master classes and workshops. And I think there is actually a note that I would like to add in that regard quickly. So a lot of people are also going to be having hybrid techathons. And I will add this on the deck before I post it on the playbook. Some of our ambassadors are going to be having hybrid techathons, and sometimes you'll be doing it in your native language. And maybe the students might not want to be watching the content that we will be providing on the platform, because obviously if it's face-to-face, you want it to be more engaging. We do invite you to source your own speakers to replicate the content that we will be providing, to provide it in a face-to-face format. It is not necessary, but you can do that so that you can assist the teens at your Techathon in a more engaging environment. Oh, sorry. And then, of course, attending your first briefing session, which is today, and familiarizing yourself with the playbook. And then the marketing lead, which I mentioned earlier. So for this, you would need to check with us if there is already an active account in your country or region. So if there isn't, then we will assist you in creating one. So what this includes, I'll get to your question in a bit. So what this includes is, I believe it's an email address as well as Instagram. Is that correct, Cheryl? Yes. So we have been hosting this campaign for many years, as Jess mentioned. So if there does already exist an account for your country, we will then help you use that account. We'll give you the access to that account. And then you'll also be creating a social media campaign plan. Not to stress too much about this at the moment, but you will receive the social media kit, which will also be going on the playbook. And then you'll get more details as to what we mean by the social media campaign plan, as well as the graphics and templates that we're providing. And then you also see that there's a press release that you'll need to adapt. This press release is yet to be released, and it is going to be coming out, I believe, around end December or January, right, Cheryl? Yes, and at that point, we will share a draft with you of the press release, and then you can add your own quotation and details of your local Techathon. And then this press release can be distributed to media houses, to newspapers, to blogs, just to give more information to the public about your Techathon that's going to be taking place. So before I move on, I see Marlies, you have a question. Hi, Marlies, you still have a question? Okay, well, I'll come back to that because we are going to have a Q&A session right at the end. So I'll just hold all questions until the end. Okay, then of course the learning platform, which you know as the playbook. So the reason we're talking about the learning platform is because on this platform, it's not only going to be the playbook, but this is where the Techathon content will be for the students when it's time for them to do the Techathon. All their learning content, that's workshops, surveys, and handouts will be there. Yes, that's actually what I was looking for when I was mentioning the speakers in your native language. So again, for those who don't have the mobile app, we know that everyone is quite busy. So if you would like to organize on the go, we do advise or encourage that you use the mobile app so that you aren't missing out on any content. Previously, it wasn't really easy to access the learning platform from your cell phone, but now the mobile app caters to that. But again, those who have not sent us their agreements will not have access to Teens in AI's learning platform, unfortunately. You can still download the mobile app, and once we've received your agreement, we will share the details with you. All right. And I'm sure you're all familiar with Discord right now. I'm sorry, just had to clear my throat. This is where we'll be chatting. You'll notice messages have been a little bit slow the past few days. It's because we've been setting things up in the back end, but messages will be more frequent. But what Discord really is if you have any questions or concerns, we'll be there to answer those questions and concerns on Discord as soon as we can. If you would like to share links with us, or we would like to share links with you and reminders and announcements, we will be doing this on Discord. So I know some people were a little bit confused as to how to navigate to their channels. Some were confused as to how to assign themselves the roles. So when you log on, you'll actually notice that you were asked a few questions, and there was 2 pages of these questions. And this is also just to disseminate this to your co-ambassadors who are not on Discord and they may be struggling. So if you notice that on the first drop down, your country isn't showing, let me see if I can actually share this with you. Give me 1 second. Sorry. So if you notice that your country is not showing, please click on next page. So you'll see a list of countries. This will be the first page. And if it's not here, click on next page and it will show you all the other locations, because we have received a few questions stating that people are not finding their countries. They're all there, trust me. You'll just have to look a little bit. Or what you can do is simply just join the server and then send me a message or tag myself, Jess, or Cheryl, or Sirisha. Say, I cannot find my country or my region's channels, and we will then assign it for you. Okay. And then our next slide, I'm going to pass over to the lovely Cheryl just to take you through the social media aspect.
Oh, thank you so much, Nsika. So as briefly mentioned, each of you will have access to the social media kits, which will basically be your marketing Bible. It will give you everything that you need to know. It will, in terms of how to brand and design your campaign collateral. So that is videos, graphics, all of that will be easily accessible to you. But over and above that, before you get into designing and doing all these amazing things, we do encourage each and every one of you to share your journey throughout from day one, updating your individual country's, social media platforms. Just let people know how it's going, what it is that you're doing, just so that you start building that momentum and people are more aware that, you are hosting. Share pictures of yourselves, introduce yourselves on your social media platforms, just so that, there are faces to the amazing work that you're going to do. And we've listed a couple of examples of the types of posts that you could do. So it's anything on Instagram and Facebook, from reels to stories to actual posts. We also definitely encourage you to please share on your LinkedIn profiles. That way you are able to tag Teens in AI, but then you're also able to share this information with any mentors that you might be reaching out to through that particular platform. And if you decide to create a TikTok account for your particular location, it would also be amazing to see some live action and really cool videos coming through on those platforms as well. And just to add to what Nsika mentioned a bit earlier, you will have access to all the design templates. So we've tried to really make the process as simple as possible. We've designed the overall look and feel for the campaign. So every single location, we'll all have the same overarching campaign design. However, pictures and videos, those you can customize to ensure that it's relevant to your audiences. And finally, we have also ensured that we're available to you. So I'll be available to you throughout the working day, and I'll be there to answer any questions, to assist you with your press releases, to help you find the best ways of communicating on social media. But up until we get everybody up and running on their social media platforms, you will receive in the playbook a step-by-step guide to setting up your social media platforms, to setting up your design templates, and we will also give you each an individual location logo that you can then use on your different designs. But over and above that, I think just to remind everyone to please, whenever you post, please tag Teens in AI. And you're more than welcome to tag Elena as well. She's very, very active on social media. She will definitely comment and respond and share all your posts. And then also, please ensure that you're using the correct hashtags. We will always provide you with reminders of what those hashtags are. And if you have any other questions or concerns, I am available on Discord or via email, but all of that information will be made available to all of you. Thank you so much, Nsika. Back to you.
Thank you, Cheryl. Okay, so on that note, we're going to be welcoming the Q&A session. I have seen quite a few questions about the country list. So what I'm going to do is I will show this onboarding step again. And then in the meantime, if you do have a question that is not related to Discord onboarding, you can raise your hand or you can type it out. But I'm going to try to do it via the invite link, which is what you would have seen from your side. Just want to see if it's going to work for me. Okay, might have to go on a different profile. Okay, so give me 1 second. How do I share this screen now? Let me stop presenting this. And then, oh my word, why is it giving me trouble? Where to find? Yes, Supreet, I'm actually trying to see if I can show you from my side. Okay, so let me just share my entire screen. Sorry. Okay, so when you click on the Discord link, this is what you'll see. And then I'll just say Teens in AI testing. Okay, and then you will, oh my, sorry about that. Wow, that's a lot. Let's see if I can just do it from Discord again. Okay. So from Discord, you're only going to be seeing it from the settings side on my side. But basically, first you come across these questions, and then you would, of course, click on Local Ambassador. And then, Supreet, you'll notice that there's quite a few Indias. We have Navi Mumbai, and we also have, so this is for Dr. Sureka, Navi Mumbai. We have Mumbai, we have Turkey, we have Bangalore. But if you're not seeing the rest, you have to click on next page for it to go to question 3. And then, of course, if you've already found your country on question 2, then you would click on not applicable. So I'm hoping that that does make sense. But if not, feel free to stay until the end of the call, and I will individually assist you with that. Oh, wow. Cheryl, I'm only seeing this now, but thank you for offering to share. And then Bianca had a question with regards to the social media package. It's going to be on Discord. Sorry, it's going to be on the playbook. All of this is going to be on the playbook. And then Marlies, do you still have a question? Because
my question was to know how to see Cameroon in the list of the country, because I'm Cameroonian.
I'm so sorry. Could you say that again? Is this also for Discord now, the list of countries?
Okay.
Is this relating to Discord?
No.
No, okay. So where are you looking for the list of countries?
I don't know how to do it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I need information to do that, please.
Absolutely. Is this to access the playbook?
I joined the meeting by RGV.
RGV. Is that the meeting room? I just want to see that quickly.
It
yes.
is.
Oh, okay. Yes, that is the meeting room. No, this will always be our meeting room. Don't worry. I will constantly use this session itself for the briefing sessions, so you can save it on your side. But we will also be sending out the invite or joining link on Discord. And if you aren't able to see it on Discord, I'm more than happy to also email it to you when we do have the briefing sessions, so that you're able to join.
Okay, thank you.
It's a pleasure. And then, Fozia, you were asking about the playbook. Okay, so you would have seen, I would have sent this out as an email. I just want to double check because I know you did send your, I know you did send your agreement. So if you haven't accessed it already, I can actually send that to you on Discord right now. So just give me 1 second so I can note that down. And then I'll make sure to do that after the call. Cool. All right, thank you, Fozia. And then, yes, Supreet, I noticed that you're already on Discord. I received a message from you on Discord. All right, so Sarisha, if you could just assist Supreet on the chat. I just want to read Diane's question. Hi.
Hi, Nishita. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. And yourself?
Yes, Supreme. Yes, I am already on this call. That's just wanted to say you. That's why I came in. I'm already on Discord. The only thing, like you assisted right now, that we have to open the website right now. It won't continuous won't be shown on the application, na? On the mobile app.
Sorry, could you just say that again about the mobile app?
I said that the country list will be visible through the website of Discord and not from the mobile application, right?
Yes. However, on the playbook, the country list isn't relevant. I think it's more of our onboarding questions on the site, but you won't be navigated to a specific group or channel. The playbook is the link that will send directly to you, and then you will sign up using that link. And then from then on, it'll almost be like a course that's allocated to you. So you won't continuously have to enroll and look for your country list. Once you've signed on to the playbook, you'll always be able to log on. But I recall you sent your agreement earlier this week, Supreet, so I do need to send you the link to the playbook as well. So I will add your name, and when I share it with Fozia, I'll also share it with you.
I have signed the agreement and I have sent the agreement as well, I guess 2 days back. So
yes.
Might be it was late. So then you will be sending me the link for the playbook, right?
Yes, that's the plan.
And again, I guess I will require some assistance to find, because once I just saw that her name is visible, that Dr. Sureka's name is visible with India Navi Mumbai list, right? But how can I find my name along with that list? I guess I will be seeing my name separately, right?
So the reason on Discord where I created a channel that has Dr. Sureka's name is because we have quite a few enrollments from India. So I wanted to make note that that one was for Dr. Sureka, because I couldn't say Mumbai again because we had 3 Mumbais on Discord. So if you'll be organizing with Dr. Sureka, then that is the link that's the button that you'll click on. I apologize for the confusion.
Didn't get you. I didn't understand what are you saying.
Okay, let me help you here, Nitsika. She is mentioning she has created a channel for Dr. Sureka, apart from Mumbai actually, because we have quite few enrollments from her. So if you want to co-organize with her, you can join her channel. Otherwise, you can have your own under Navi Mumbai Supreet. Is it fine?
Oh, okay, got it. Got it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Mr. Khan.
Yes, we are
Thank
so happy to see
you.
you here. Thank you for joining us.
Okay. So I didn't get a chance to read Diego's question. We're running a virtual hackathon. Can we do it in our local language? What about marketing? Okay, so the answer to that is yes. You can run it in your native language. Of course, the content coming from our side will be in English with native language subtitles. Sorry, let me just quickly mute. So all the masterclasses that will be on the learning platform will be in English, and then we will have Spanish subtitles. And then, as I mentioned earlier, if you don't like this method, then you can find a speaker in your local region who will then, because you as the local ambassador will have access to a version of the learning platform for the teens, so you'll see what they're learning. So what you can do is then invite a speaker who can translate that content or deliver something that is equivalent to the content that we're delivering in Spanish. Is that okay, Diego?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Amazing, amazing. Okay, and then Lynn, I see you also have a question. Did you see my email?
Yes, I saw it. Thank you so much. First of all, I would like to say that we're running a hybrid techathon. So we will be organizing or like co-organizing with another organization that's going to help support and help us connect with other people to provide the mentors and judges for our techathon. So we were wondering if there's going to be any type of information we need to provide about them before we do actually collaborate or work together. And also, I was wondering, since we are going to be needing volunteers, on-site volunteers, I was wondering if there's any sort of certification they will be receiving, so we could actually do that in our marketing while calling for them.
Okay, so the first part of that question, yes, we will also provide you with info packs. You'll see that on the weekly to-dos. And then we will just provide you with a template, and then you can just amend it to add your local Techathon's details. And what that info pack will have is the information of when that mentor is needed or when that judge is needed, and also what kind of mentors we're looking for, what kind of judges we're looking for. You'll notice that I think it's 3 types of mentors. We're looking for design thinkers, tech, which is AI and machine learning mentors, as well as AI ethicists. So those are the 3 types of mentors that you'll have at your Techathon. And then with regards to judges, of course, you would like them to be experts in those fields as well, or they can even be subject matter expert judges. So those who are knowledgeable on the SDGs that we will be tackling. And for your reference, those SDGs are SDG 3, 4, and 5. That is gender equality, of course, and then quality education, and then we will also have good health and well-being. So those are the 3 that we'll have for the campaign. And you don't have to note this information down now. We will be adding it all to the playbook so that you can easily find it and share it with those stakeholders. And then the second part of your question about certificates for volunteers. So previously we provided certificates for teens, mentors, and our local ambassadors. But we found that there was quite a need for certificates for volunteers and judges as well. So we have introduced this too. We will be sharing templates with you, the local ambassador, and then you will amend it for your volunteers, for your judges, and your mentors. I hope that's clear.
That's great. No, that's great. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Whew, almost lost my breath. Are there any more questions? Yes.
You are doing amazing.
Thanks, Arisha. Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi, good afternoon to everybody. So I was wondering, we signed an agreement, but the side of there's supposed to be 2 signatories has not been, the other side, the other signatory has not signed yet. So what actually proves that we are actually co-ambassador? We have not yet received like a form a formal email saying that we welcome you as an ambassador for Team in AI. That is very important when you are looking for judges, mentors, and the rest. It's important to include it in your document. So if you could have a document or an email that states clearly that that is what we are doing, and if actually we can have a flyer where we can just put our profile, that said, okay, we have been accepted, we are now an ambassador of Teen in AI. It also helps for the visuals of the campaign as 2024 is approaching. So I will start preparing it.
Yes, thank you for mentioning that. Actually, we did send out a second batch of the agreements with the second signature. So I did send it out to some people. I do apologize for not sending it to you. I will send that to you as well. Just write that down. And then to your point with regards to also the validity of the campaign, we have also introduced a letter of intent. So this letter of intent can be shared to organizations and schools that you'll be going to that says, we are working with teens in AI. Our aim is to inspire teens into tech. So I will also be sharing that letter with you. What I can do is I can actually share that on Discord, but I'll share it as a viewer link. So what you'll have to do is just download it and you can edit it on your side. Is that okay?
Thank you. Yes.
Amazing. Thank you for that question. And I see, Marlies, you have a question. I do hope I'm saying it correctly, actually. If I'm not, please correct me. Is it Marlies or Marlies or Alberte?
It's Marlies. That's my co-founder.
Okay, amazing. Nice to meet you. Okay, Marlies, right? I don't think she has a question at this point. I'm just gonna lower that for her. We do have 5 minutes left on the call. So if you do still have questions, please feel free to raise your hand or add it to the chat. Where can I still sign the agreement? So you would have received a copy of the agreement, Igor. I think I recall sending it, but I'm more than happy to resend it to you again so that you can sign it and then you can send it back to me and I'll then release the resources to you as well as the Discord link. Awesome. And then Bianca, sorry, just to make sure none of this, including the outreach, is on the yes. So everything is still going to be added. Thanks, Cheryl. Awesome. And this will be a trend. So if there's a new video that we would like to add that will assist you with your organizing, we'll add it onto the playbook as well. And if you haven't seen it on your side, we'll just add a notification on Discord to say, hey, new video alert that we've added to the playbook. All right. And I do want to thank you all, by the way. I did send out the poll to find out the most optimal time for everyone. I know everyone is spread out everywhere. So thank you so much for sparing time to come and join these briefing sessions. Here in South Africa, it is 6:45 almost.
My goodness.
So I am so happy that you all were able to join as well. Flyers you were asking for.
I'll just jump in here. What we can do is we will also add the flyer that we had for Teens in AI directly that we were also sending out to some of you as our LAs as well. So we'll make that available on the platform as well. So you can then obviously just add your country logo and any other details that are specific to your Techathon. But that will be more than likely available to you by the end of this week.
Okay, all right. So let me wrap up our session. Oh, Igor, I don't think you heard me. So let me just type that. Sign it. That's for you, Igor. Fantastic. So just to wrap up, once again, thank you so much for joining our session. We will see you again in 2 weeks' time. I do want to ask if Lulu can please stay behind so Jess and I can quickly discuss something with her, as mentioned on Discord. But thank you, everyone. This has been amazing for our first session, and we're looking forward to hosting
Thank
more.
you.